As a musician or stage artist, performer, and a creative of any kind, we often have big goals. We have things we're trying to achieve which require so much from us. They require technical ability, memory. They require us to show up with confidence. And this can be really hard, especially if we have that little voice, or maybe not so little, saying inside us, I'm not good enough. Does this sound familiar? Just say it now. Think of something you're trying to achieve. Maybe you've been trying for a while, and say, I'm not good enough. And how true does that feel right now on a scale of 1 to 10? So 1 is not true at all, 10 is absolutely. And how does that feel? Even feel the emotions and where you feel that in your body. My name's Jenny Clift. I'm an EFT tapping coach. I work with musicians and stage artists and creatives of all kind to help them to clear the blocks, clear those limiting beliefs, clear the things they say in their head, so that they can go on to to achieve what they want to achieve and live their best career and life possible. I'm also a professional violinist, so I know all about not good enough. I went to music college in London a while ago, and I gave up the violin for 8 years after that, convinced that I wasn't good enough. Luckily, I then found another teacher and got back into it and really enjoyed my career as a violinist. But it's time to do some clearing, because this is kind of a double whammy. It makes us miserable. I'm not good enough, doesn't feel good. It makes us compare with others, and it stops us from moving forward with confidence and joy and excitement. So tap with me. So follow what I say, repeat what I say, and let's tap round the points. So starting on the side of the hand. Even though I'm not good enough, I love and accept myself completely. Even though I tell myself I'm not good enough, I love and honor myself completely. Even though I'm not good enough, there are so many moments when it feels like I'm just not good enough. And it doesn't feel safe, and I don't feel worthy. And it really holds me back, because a part of me says, we're not going to try this. We're not going to put our whole heart into this. It's going to be devastating, because we're just not good enough. And even though I tell myself I'm not good enough, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. So tapping around the points. I'm not good enough. I'm just not good enough. I'm not good enough technically. My level just isn't good enough. Not for what I'm trying to achieve. And I know I'm musical or artistically gifted. I know I have so much in me. And it's so frustrating when I can't match up to what's inside of me. And I don't feel good enough. And I compare myself to other people. There have been so many situations when I compare myself to others, and they seem to be perfectly good enough. It even looks easy for them. And they don't seem to suffer in the same way. Because I really suffer with this. And I just wonder that if I told myself every day, of course I'm good enough. I'm doing really well. And I'm getting better and better every day. I totally believe in myself. I know I can do this. I'm learning so much, and I'm just sticking at it and celebrating all my wins, big and small. If that was my inner narrative, how different things would be. And sometimes I do say these things. Sometimes I do encourage myself. But they don't feel as real as I'm not good enough. Oh, all these things that I say to myself and the feelings they bring up. I'm choosing to acknowledge my feelings now. Process them now. And I'm starting to let them go as much as I can. Releasing all the fear and doubt connected to I'm not good enough. Releasing all the sadness and despair connected to I'm not good enough. I'm releasing any anger, frustration, and resentment connected to I'm not good enough. I'm releasing any old shame and guilt connected to I'm not good enough. Releasing any old embarrassment and humiliation connected to I'm not good enough. I'm releasing my remaining fears and doubts connected to I'm not good enough. And I'm releasing any loneliness and low self-esteem connected to I'm not good enough. It's safe to let this go. I'm letting go of the meaning of these words. Whatever I've made them mean for me and for my career, my finances, and my possibilities. And I choose to know that I am good enough. I've been good enough, more than good enough, on so many occasions. And I'm not done yet. I still have so much to do, so much potential to fill. And I'm allowing more for myself. I don't need to put on the brakes, telling myself I'm not good enough. I'm choosing a new way of talking to myself and letting go of this old narrative. Allowing myself to tell a new story. A story of hope and possibility, curiosity and expansion, and a story of self-compassion, self-love, and self-acceptance. I choose to be my own cheerleader, my own supporter. And as I allow this for myself, I'm noticing more and more where I am good enough, where I am more than good enough. Because I'm unique. I have my own way of doing things. I'm a channel for my art, for what I want to say and how I want to say it. And that's not only good enough, but it's the best thing I can do for myself and for the world. Okay, so stop tapping, take a deep breath, Just feel inside again. Say, I'm not good enough, and see if anything's shifted. If you can start to let go of that and take on this new narrative. Thanks for tapping with me, and go shine.